Everybody, Spencer, BMW in the PNW here. As always, if you're looking for some new pop music, listen to My Cartoon Heart. This is a short video to show you what Loch Lomond National Park looks like. If you are thinking and coming of riding here or driving here, what you can expect if you want to make it part of your route. Definitely recommend it. We've had a nice time so far. The roads are twisty, albeit pretty slow, because as you can see in front of me, traffic is fairly heavy. We haven't had to stop much, but it's not like you're going to be, you know, flying around the corners enjoying the lean angle of your bike very much. So just keep that in mind. With that being said, though, very nice, and it's a good way to end the North Coast 500 if you go up. You know, we started in Glasgow and we went up towards Aberdeen, then into Inverness, and then through the North Country and back down the west side, which, by the way, the west is by far some of the most lovely roads I've been on, up near Ullapool and Betty Hill. If you are heading that way, 2 thumbs up. Anyway, you come down this way. We stayed in Oban last night, which is a very nice town, and then we recommend coming through here if you're going back down to Glasgow or Edinburgh. We're heading towards Edinburgh, so this is one of the nice, you know, motorcycle routes you can take, where, you know, you're guaranteed to see some scenery and not be on highways the whole time. Although something to keep in mind, this is considered a highway over here. You know, the roads are either an A road, a B road, a C road, or an M road. M road being the most major, you know, 3-lane highways. This is an A road, so this is a fairly wide road, 2-lane road. And an example of a C road would be something that's, you know, barely big enough to get one car down. There's lots of turnouts and stuff. So the north is made up a lot more of C roads, and this, you know, as you go farther south, you get more A roads. So just something to keep in mind. It does take a fair amount longer to get places up here because, you know, if you're going this slow, like, you know, we're doing less than 30 now with a lot of people on these windy roads, then you get inclement weather and you're hopping off to see some stuff, do some touristy things. So we've noticed that about 150 miles, while it doesn't sound like a lot, because it isn't, it still can take up the better part of a day. So if you're looking at a map going, hey, we could do 250 miles, yeah, sure. I mean, absolutely you could do 250 miles, but you might not sort of see the country the way you want to see it. So bear that in mind. There's B&Bs all over the place. You can stay very easily all over the place here. Literally, I mean, every town you come across, there's loads of signs for bed and breakfasts, and so I wouldn't worry too much about finding a place to stay. Although some of the towns are pretty touristy. You know, a lot of people do the same routes and stay in the same town, so you might want to book in advance. We also recommend making a reservation for dinner pretty early on, because while you think some of these are sleepy towns, the restaurants tend to fill up pretty darn quick. You get there at 6:30 and they're telling you that you got to wait at least another hour. So another thing to keep in mind when coming up to the North Country UK here. Anyway, I hope that helps. Hope it gives you some visuals of what this area looks like. It's beautiful. Don't have the best weather today, but you can never guarantee that in Scotland. So keep the rubber down. Feel free to post any comments if you have any questions about routes or recommendations, that kind of thing. Talk to you later. GoPro, stop recording.